Welcome to Edupedia World Grade 10 Computer Science Video Lecture Series. I am Upeka Vendibona, and from this episode we are going to talk about binary representation of integers. We have already discussed that the digital computers can understand only zeros and ones. So to represent a real number, the decimal point cannot be used. And also, to represent a negative number, the negative sign cannot be used. This type of representation is known as floating point representation. So there are some differences in the representation of binary numbers in computer. PC range of computers uses 16 bits, that means 2 bytes, to represent integers, and 4 bytes, that means 32 bits, to represent a single precision number, and 8 bytes, that means 64 bits, to represent a double precision number. In this episode, we are talking about integers. For the binary representation of integers, we are talking about 3 important methods: sign and magnitude method, 1's complement method, and 2's complement method. And also we are talking about an important concept called as zero checking. Let's start with the first method, sign and magnitude method. I previously mentioned 16 bits are used to represent any integer value, but the most significant bit, or else we can say leftmost bit, some people say the first bit, it is considered as sign bit. So this sign bit does not carry any weight of the number. It indicates the sign of the number. If it is 0, then the number indicates it is positive, and if it is 1, the number represents negative. So here the minimum positive integer can be represented as all the 16 bits in zeros, that means the decimal 0, and the maximum positive integer can be represented as the most significant bit in 0 and all the other 15 bits in ones. This value is equivalent to 32,767 in decimal numbering system. Similarly, the maximum negative integer can be represented as the most significant bit MSB in ones and all the other 15 bits in zeros. This is the representation of the decimal value 0. But the most correct way to call it is negative 0. For the minimum positive integer, it is positive 0. For the maximum negative integer, it is negative 0. Sign 0 is a 0 with an associated sign. In ordinary arithmetic, the number 0 does not have actually a sign, so that negative 0 or positive 0 or 0 are identical. However, in computing, some number representations allow for the existence of two zeros, often denoted by negative 0 and positive 0. And it is regarded as equal by numerical comparison operations, but with possible different behaviors in particular operations. We will talk about that part in later of this episode when we discussing about zero checking concept. Anyway, what I wanted you to note down here is the number 0 is usually encoded as positive 0, but can be represented by either positive or negative zeros. Now for the minimum negative integer, it can be represented as all the 16 bits in ones. In decimal numbering system, it is negative 32,767. Now let's look at how the sign and magnitude method works. Just for now, for this example, think that the integer representation uses 8 bits rather than 16 bits. That means it uses 1 byte rather than 2 bytes. In here we have the integer value 25 in decimal numbering format. We have to convert into the binary numbering format. So to do that, we have to do the division by 2 process. So in here 25 divided by 2, the quotient is 12 and the remainder is 1. Now divide the quotient 12 by 2, the new quotient is 6 and the remainder is 0. Divide the 6 by 2, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 0. Divide the 3 by 2, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 1 by 2, the quotient is 0 and the remainder is 1. Now take all those reminders in the reverse order, so that is our binary value 11001. As we have to present this binary value in 8 bits, we have to put zeros in the remaining spaces in the left side. Now in here, this 25 is a positive value. Therefore, the most significant bit, MSB, or the leftmost bit, should be a 0. If this is a negative value, for example, minus 25, then the most significant bit should be a 1. So this method is just a matter of changing one bit for the positivity and negativity. For the positivity, the leftmost bit is 0. For the negativity, the leftmost bit is 1. Now let's move on to the second method, ones complement method. In this method, the positive number is represented as same as the binary number. If the number is negative, then we need to find ones complement of the binary number. The ones complement of a binary number will replace every 0 with 1 and vice versa. Let's take an example and understand this. In here we are given the integer value 86 and we have to represent this in ones complement binary form. First we need to convert this value into the binary form. So for that we have to do division by 2 process. 86 divided by 2, the quotient is 43 and the remainder is 0. Divide the 43 by 2, the quotient is 21 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 21 by 2, the quotient is 10 and the remainder is 1. Divide 10 by 2, the quotient is 5 and the remainder is 0. Divide 5 by 2, quotient is 2 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 2 by 2, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 0. Divide the 1 by 2, the quotient is 0 and the remainder is 1. Now if we take the reminders in reverse order, the binary form of 86 is 1010110. Now this value has only 7 bits, but we need 8 bits value. Therefore we need to put zeros in the left side spaces. Now for the ones complement method doesn't use any sign bit to represent the negativity and the positivity. As this is a positive value, we have to keep it like this. But if this is minus 86, we have to change ones into zeros and zeros into ones. Let's take a negative value and see how this works. So here we have minus 55. To get the binary form of 55, we have to do the division by 2 process. 55 divided by 2, the quotient is 7 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 27 by 2, the quotient is 13 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 13 by 2, the quotient is 6 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 6 by 2, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 0. Divide the 3 by 2, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 1. And divide 1 by 2, the quotient is 0 and the remainder is 1. Now take all the reminders in the reverse order. So the binary number is 110111. This value has only 6 bits, but we need 8 bits. Therefore, we need to put 2 zeros in the left side. Now the value we are given is a negative value. Therefore, we need to change ones into zeros and zeros into ones of this binary form of 55. And with that, we get something like 11001000. So that is the ones complement of minus 55. Now here is our last method, twos complement method. In this method, the positive number is represented as the binary number. If the number is negative, then we need to calculate twos complement of the binary number. The twos complement of a binary number is calculated by adding 1 to its ones complement. Let's take an example to understand this. Here we are given the integer value minus 54 and we have to represent this in the twos complement binary form. The first step is convert the 54 into its binary form. So for that we have to do the division by 2 process. 54 divided by 2, the quotient is 27 and the remainder is 0. Divide the quotient 27 by 2, the new quotient is 13 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 13 by 2, the quotient is 6 and the remainder is 1. Divide 6 by 2, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 0. Divide the 3 by 2, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 1. Divide 1 by 2, the quotient is 0 and the remainder is 1. Now take all the reminders in the reverse order. So the binary number is 110110. This value only has 6 bits, but we need 8 bits, so we put 2 zeros in the left side. So the value is 001101110. As the given number is a negative number, we need to find the 2's complement of it. So for that, first we need to find the 1's complement value. That means changing zeros into 1's and 1's into zeros. So the 1's complement of this value is 11001001. Now the next step is adding binary 1 for this value. We have a separate episode to discuss about binary arithmetic, therefore I am not going to discuss much detail on binary addition. Just mentioning binary 1 plus binary 1, it is equal to 10. We are carrying the 1 into the next position, just like decimal 9 plus decimal 1. In there, we carrying the 1 into the next position by putting 0. So binary addition is not much difficult. It have the same concept as in decimal addition. Now in here, 1 plus 1 is 0. We carry the 1 into the next position. Therefore 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1 and 1 plus 0 is 1. So the final answer is 11001010. That is the 2's complement binary form of minus 54. Let's take another example to practice 2's complement method. It is much important to learn the 2's complement method than the other two methods. So here we are given the integer value minus 77. We have to present this in the binary form of 2's complement. First step is to convert the 77 into its binary form. So for that we need to do the division by 2 process. 77 divided by 2. Here the quotient is 38. The remainder is 1. Divide the 38 by 2. Quotient is 19 and the remainder is 0. Divide the 19 by 2. The quotient is 9. The remainder is 1. Divide the 9 by 2. Quotient is 4 and the remainder is 1. Divide the 4 by 2. The quotient is 2 and the remainder is 0. Divide 2 by 2. The quotient is 1 and the remainder is 0. Now take all the remainders in the reverse order. So the binary representation of 77 is 1001101. Now it has only 7 bits, but we need to present this in 8 bits. Therefore we need to put 0 in front of it to make this 8 bits. Now the next step is convert this into the 1's complement, because we got a negative value in here, so it is necessary to find the 1's complement and then the 2's complement. So for the 1's complement we need to change all the zeros into 1's and 1's into zeros. So the 1's complement value is 10110010. So this is the 1's complement value. Now for the 2's complement we need to add the binary value 1. So here plus 1, the answer is 11001101. So this is the 2's complement of the minus 77. Okay, now we have learned all the 3 methods that we can use to represent integer numbers in binary form, both positive numbers and negative numbers. In the first method, sign and magnitude method, we discussed something called maximum negative number and minimum positive number, negative 0 and positive 0. In the first method, sign and magnitude method, if we write the binary equivalent of positive 0 and negative 0 in 16 bits form, we will obtain something like this. But as you all know, positive 0 and negative 0 are identical. So their equivalent binary should also be identical. But with the first method, we cannot do something like that. And same goes with 1's complement method. If we write positive 0 as all 16 bits in zeros, then the negative 0 would be the reverse of that, all zeros into ones. So all the 16 bits into ones. And this time also it is not identical. But in the third method, 2's complement method, it is equal. Both positive 0 and negative 0 are equal in binary form. For the positive 0, if we write all the 16 bits in zeros, then for the negative 0, first we have to find out the 1's complement value. For the 1's complement, we have to change all the zeros into ones. That means all the 16 bits into ones. And then add the binary 1 to this 1's complement value to obtain the 2's complement value. With that binary addition, all the 16 bits become zeros, and in the 17th position the 1 will be appear. But as the integers are handled by the computer in 16 bits form, that 17th position will be overflowed. Due to this reason, the binary equivalents of positive 0 and negative 0 are identical. Therefore, we can say 2's complement method is the best and ideal method to represent negative integers. So I hope you got a better understanding on how we can represent integers on computers with binary form. Here we learned 3 methods: sign and magnitude method, 1's complement method, and 2's complement method. With the zero checking concept, we have understood 2's complement method is the best and the ideal one. From the next episode, we are talking about binary representation of characters. So thank you for watching and stay tuned on with Edupedia World.